other videos about grounding and predominantly using the feet, befriending the feet, using the feet, warming the feet, standing practice. And just want to invite you to the possibility of using the floor for grounding through more of the body. And see if this suits you. So I'm doing this on a hard floor with a yoga mat, but you can do this on the carpet, and you can do this on your mattress on your bed, although if the mattress is too soft you may not get the same connection of the firmness into your body. But you just let your body come down onto the floor to lie down, but you keep the soles of the feet on the floor so your knees are bent up. And as you lie down, letting your hands rest on your ribs. And immediately when the hard floor, oh hello, a little visit from the dog. Are you going to stay? So immediately as you lie down and you feel the floor against your back, loads of nerve endings come buzzing online. And that's why the hardness can be really helpful, because it really does kind of connect to nerve endings. So feeling your way through the soles of your feet. Feeling the places where the feet touch down. And then you notice that the knees and the legs don't touch down, but the lower back does, again, the pelvis. So noticing the sensations in the pelvis if you just take the knees to one side, back to the middle and to the other side. So a little bit like window screen wipers. Well, he's doing his yoga now. So you're just going to move your knees from one side to the other. Just very gently. But the attention is feeling into the sacrum to notice, how does this feel? So if you've had lower back problems, amazingly, this can actually be quite helpful. But if it hurts, just stop. So being guided by your own body. And then you notice that while the lower back of the pelvis is moving on the floor, it could be that for many of us there's a little kind of bridge thing going on here where the lumbar spine is up off the floor, but you can press that down onto the floor. What you're doing is tilting your pelvis, maybe your knees just move away over your toes a tiny fraction. Can you see that's a tiny movement? You're just rocking your spine into the floor, feeling the lumbar spine press into the floor. Just 2 or 3 times to notice if that feels interesting, helpful. Waking up sensations, giving you something to pay attention to. And then letting your attention move up to your shoulder blades. Now, if when we lay down the shoulder blades were kind of up towards the ears, it might be nice to free one shoulder blade by rolling off it so it's free from the floor, and then just gently drawing the shoulder blade down towards the hips. And seeing if the arm turns out, can the shoulder blade be a little bit flatter to the floor? So sometimes our shoulder blades are sort of bony and they stick out, and that's really uncomfortable. But just seeing, could we just flatten there a little? And then on the other side, so rolling off the other shoulder blade, drawing it down and tucking it onto the floor. And that brings us up to the neck. Like we rocked the knees, just letting the nose rock from side to side. Being really curious and interested. How does the neck feel about this? Is the neck okay with this? And then what you can do is make that movement a little bit bigger, as long as the neck's okay with it. So it's almost like the neck or the body is guiding the movement rather than the way we normally are, where the mind or my voice says, hey, move your neck, and you do it. Actually, no, let's do it the other way around. So we feel into the neck. Yeah, feels okay. No, that feels enough. Back to the middle and to the other side. So that if you've got a really stiff neck or you've got a lot of tension in your shoulders, you're not pushing the body into a place that's doing harm or damage. You're not driving it forward, but building this lovely respect between the body, which is holding tension, and this desire for well-being. this capacity and willingness to experiment a little bit with the edges of that tightness, to see if we can find a place where the body begins to trust it's okay. It's okay to go a little bit further. So just seeing how it is to take the nose from side to side. And then coming all the way back with your attention into the feet and planting the feet. You might even want to lift the heel of one foot up so that as it comes down you really feel the heel and the other foot. You might want to wriggle the toes a little bit. And then pushing the feet into the floor to lift the hips just an inch and down again. It could be that you push down and the hips rise, don't get clearance, that's enough, and down. All you're doing is developing the capacity to feel the feet and to feel the strength in the legs. And you can go as high as you like, up and down. It could be that your hips go really high. If you know how to do a bridge pose in yoga, feel free to do that. But it's not really about performing postures so much as just letting the sensations of the floor against the body ground you into this moment. Begin to loosen at the edges of needing something to change and experiment at those edges with what's possible, with some strength or with some softness. When you finish, rolling to one side, maybe using your hand as a pillow, taking a little bit of time here before you sit up. You might have a bit of a head rush, you might be a little bit dizzy, so no hurry, just to sit. So I really hope some of that's been helpful to you, that it might be a nice way to spend 5 minutes.